Okay, folks, we are back right now. We've got runners on first and second. I apologize. I know a lot of you that know that I do this. Is I literally will do the very best that I can right here, but sometimes it's just me right here. So if I have a camera that goes down, it does make it very difficult sometimes to be able to do it. So will do, like I said, the very best I can do. So right now that ball's going to be popped up right now in the infield. Shortstop calls it. That was an infield fly rule. Payne delivers. That ball is going to be popped up over to Aidan Albano. Again, the infield fly rule was in effect, so now you've got 2 outs right now. So 2 outs, runners on first and second. Payne looking to get out of this one right here. And that ball's going to be popped up right now. That's trouble. Falls right in between the second baseman and right fielder as the first run of the game comes in for the Dirtbags. Here comes the second run, and great base running there by the Dirtbags as they are going to take a 2-0 lead in this one. That's making sure you take off. Aggressive base running, no doubt, unbelievable right there as the Dirtbags take advantage of a base hit. And that hit right there was by Tommy Lynch from Canisius. Now up to bat is number 37, John Watson. He's from Alden. He's your right fielder today. So Payne delivers. That's good. Ball's going to be outside right there. Lynch takes the lead. Comes off. Curveball there by Payne for a strike. Count's going to be 1-2 right there. So Payne gets set. Lynch takes off over at first. That's going to be a ball down in the dirt. Lynch is going to advance to second base right there. So runner on second, 2 outs. Count right now is 2-2. The pitch. And that's going to be a called strike 3 in the inside corner right there. So we're going to go to the top of the third right now where the Dirtbags lead this one 2-0. We'll be back right now shortly for the top of the third. We're ready to start the top of the third here. Again, thanks everybody for bearing with me a little through some of the quirks that I had. I'm bound by a camera that I don't have a cameraman attached to it, so I appreciate you bearing with me right now. I also trying to run the broadcast as well as give you some color play-by-play as best as I can right here. So now up to bat, representing West Seneca, will be Tyler Odette from Newfane. Got a little equipment there for blue. Looks like we're all set. Starker's ready to deliver. And the pitch. And that's going to be inside for ball one. Starker delivers outside, ball two. Dirtbags great base running last inning. Gets 2 runs on a bloop single that went in between second and the right fielder. Count's going to go 3-0 right here. Starker delivers the pitch. That's going to be outside. That's a 4-pitch walk right now. So Odette's going to go to first base. And now, coming up to bat, your designated hitter from Roy Hart, Thomas Russo. And right now joining me on the broadcast from NCCC, the head coach, Matt Klinger-Smith. We're going to get him set as he's putting on right now the headphones. Coach, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Tom. You know, I'm excited to be on again and cover this event with you.
We had a great semifinal. We have another semifinal after this, and then the 2 winners playing the finals.
Yep. You know, great day. Have a good day of baseball out today. Obviously, the sun's out, beautiful day, and a lot of great Western New York talent out here as well.
Absolutely. So Russo strikes out in that one. I want to explain to everybody. So you saw it look like would be a drop third strike. Because a runner is on first and first base is occupied, it isn't out. The only way that would come into play is if it was 2 outs where they would have to still go to first base on. And Starker, first pitch curveball goes in there for a strike. And up to bat right now, Hunter Nowak, the catcher right now from St. Francis. That ball's going to be just high and outside where the count's going to even up at 1. So we talked a little bit earlier. West Seneca beats the Niagara Power 4-1, and the Dirtbags win a very tight game 3-2 over Diamond Pro. So actually I have the count 3 it looks like 3-0 is the count. I had it as 2-1, but okay. So it is 2-1 is the count.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a swing and a miss right there where the count's going to even up at 2.
Look out for the curveball. I know Sam's got a great curveball. That might be coming here.
So the count's going to go full right here. One out on the strikeout. West Seneca trying to right now capitalize on the leadoff walk. And that pitch is going to be outside for ball 4. Runners on first and second right now. So they're going to go back to the top of the order. Now coming up to bat, the center fielder, Noah Port from Williamsville North.
Had a great high school year, Tom.
Absolutely, and a great year for the Will North team.
Yes, section runner-up champs.
And that ball's going to be a called strike there in the corner. And the pitch down low in the dirt, even at 1. So just before you came in, the Dirtbags scored 2 in the last inning on kind of one of those bloop singles that falls in between the second baseman and shortstop. Great base running. Runners never stop. 2 runs end up scoring on it.
On these days, pitching's running short. It's about doing the little things right. Great defense, throwing strikes, hitting the cuts, great base running. When you make it this far in tournaments, you got to do the little things right to win this championship.
And normally I would say to you, I agree with you, like pitching's normally run short, right? But we got Starker and Payne going at it here in the semifinal matchup.
I know, I saw that. You're getting 2 good guys with both great hooks, too. 2 competitive kids.
Saying Payne also getting ready to head out to the football field here shortly.
Yep. Hopefully another sectional champ that we're, again. And
Medina's big question, right? Everyone wants answered. Who is going to replace Fry was going to be the big answer. Or the big question that we're awaiting the answer for.
That's a tough one,
But listen, I don't want to downplay. There are a lot of good players there, and it wasn't just Fry who did it, but he is a big player it will be a team that's going to have to come together to help actually overcome him not being there.
Correct.
And that ball's going to be down low and outside. Count goes 3-1 on Port.
Looking for a pitch you can advance this runner on when you're ahead in the count. There it is.
That's going to be to the center fielder and caught right there for the second out. So we got runners on first and second, 2 out. Now coming to the plate, number 17, your second baseman, Ryan Walsh, who is also a St. Francis player.
Give Ryan a lot of credit, Tom. He's coming back from surgery, right? He didn't play this year in high school. It's awesome.
And this is what Port is going to do is the run for the first baseman right there, or the first base runner, because Noack is the catcher, so speed up roll.
Yep.
That curveball, big sweeping curveball, comes in just inside for a ball.
A little 2-out hitting here.
And that ball's going to be fouled over the first base dugout right there to even the count up at 1. Again, right over that first base dugout again. This time it's a line drive over it for the count 1-2. Expect to see off speed right here, Coach?
He just threw it. If I was him, I might double it up again and put it in the dirt. But if you can also go with an elevated fastball or a little bit of fastball, challenge them as well.
Definitely still probably not looking for something in the zone, right? Probably a little bit out of the zone, a little bit off the plate, just something right now, not that perfect pitch.
When you're 1-2, you get a little leeway where you can nibble a little bit now.
He's going outside. Look at that. Now, was that going to the outside? Like, is that a little off that plate right there?
Now you can still play a little bit, but you got to make a more competitive pitcher. You can go fastball or slider. I think his slider's coming. And it is hit well.
And that's a great piece of hitting right there as West Seneca gets their first run of the game. And he's going to be standing on second base right there. So now we've got runners on second and third. That is a big hit there by Walsh to bring up Albano.
Good 2-out hitting there. That's where championship teams are won, on the 2-out hitting.
Yep, and it's exactly what you talked about, right? He was real smart on the at-bat, didn't go after that pitch that you were trying to get him to go after, and then look at that, comes up with a big hit. So now Albano gets ready. Starker delivers the pitch high and outside for ball 1.
He is an Ithaca commit next year. Going to be a blue bomber, right?
Yeah. And that ball's fouled back up off the backstop right here, even at 1. We got a couple of Ithaca guys out here, don't we?
We do, with Cambria on the Warriors. And
both of them are the Warriors, Albano and Cambria.
Yep, they'll be teammates again.
So Albano, a single right here, could give his West Seneca team a lead. And that ball's going to be driven. Great piece of hitting there. You teach right there. Go with the pitch. Go to the opposite field. Albano does that. What a great piece of hitting right there to give his team the lead.
Yes, very much. Brings up Stevens. Another senior committed, going to ECC next year out of Lockport. Had a good high school season on the mound and in the field.
And the bat shows some power is what he's got capability. He can go yard anytime.
Yep.
That's going to be a first pitch strike right there.
I think Sam used to get back to that fastball a little bit more.
Just misses, it looks like, so the count's going to even at 1. I think Starker right there asking where that one was.
As a pitcher, you want that pitch.
Yeah.
Down at the knees. You don't want to stay elevated all day.
And that's a swing and a miss right there. Count goes 1-2 on Stevens.
Now he's getting back to that fastball. I think he fell a little too much with that loopy speed.
Starker gets set, delivers, and that ball is going to be fouled back up off the fence to keep the count at 1-2. We knew going into this matchup, this was a possible finals matchup with these two teams, and so we knew this semifinal was going to be a good one.
Yes, a lot of great offense on both teams. Good read by
Albano does a great job right there of that read right there. Ball gets in the dirt. He takes off running, so he's on second base right now. Runner on second. Still 2 outs. Stevens got a 2-2 count against him.
And, young kids, if you're listening, or coaches that are coaching young kids, that's an excellent job of base running there. With no steal sign on, you're getting an aggressive lead and reading ball in the dirt, and he saw that ball in the dirt right off, right away, and put himself in scoring position now with 2 outs. Excellent job of base running there.
And he's done it in 2 at-bats, right? 2 of the things you hear coaches preach over and over again, right? Go to the opposite field. It does it. Does great base running. And look at this. Stevens, line drive out to the left fielder. They're going to score Albano right here. And this is a big second inning, right, or third inning right here for West Seneca.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Got to hit the cut there. Now that put Stevens in scoring position.
If you actually saw, Stevens does take off on the throw. So he was off and running even on the throw.
Yep.
I think he's there even with the cut. Smart base running, saw where that throw was going.
Yeah. 2 teammates right here, Matt Blair from Iroquois High and Sam on the mound.
And that's a swing and a miss by Blair right there for strike 1. But that's West Seneca right now with the 4 on the board. And the Western New York Dirtbags with the 2, so everyone can know who's got what on the scoreboard. And that's a swing and a miss by Blair. Count goes 0-2. He's
gotten ahead. He hasn't had that put away yet in this inning, which he badly needs.
And he's caught. They got timeout. Does the right thing, though. He does the right thing and finish the pitch. A lot of pitchers stop that motion, and you almost see possible injuries right there when they do that.
Correct. Looks like their Dirtbags are going to the pen to get somebody warmed up. I believe that's Cam Fior.
Starker delivers. And that pitch is in there for a strike 3 right there. And that's going to send right now West Seneca with the lead into the bottom of the 3rd as they lead 4-2 right now over the Dirtbags. Listen, some great players out on the field that we've been talking about. We've highlighted a few of them just as we've gone through here today. But no doubt some great programs. As we know, Iroquois is represented here very well. St. Francis represented here real well. But some of the other schools too, right? Like we talked about, Stevens, a great year, who has that big single out to the left center gap right there. Xander Payne on the mound for Medina. Matt Cambria with City Honors right here. Thomas Russo with Roy Hart.
Yep.
Just a lot of big ones. And we also talked about in the first inning before you got here, Matt Rodriguez behind the plate, Lackawanna,
yes,
right, who came and had a big throw out in the first inning. It was a strike him out, throw him out in the first inning for Rodriguez, a part of that one.
It's good to see city baseball in the city of Buffalo downtown coming back. You got a Lackawanna guy, a city honor guy representing. That's kudos to those high school coaches in the development there.
City Honors with a brand new coach right this year, goes out, gets a sectional championship.
Yep.
Absolutely was fun to watch that City Honors team. They were for real. John McMahon does a great job over there with that City Honors program.
He does a tremendous job. And then the talent's still bright there. You got Xavier Mann still there as well. And,
Man, I got a chance to see this weekend as he's part of the full circuit program.
Yes, he is.
And now coming up to bat is to the top of the order, the shortstop, Blaze Colbert from Canisius.
Monsignor Martin champions.
Oh, that's a nice shot.
Right at him, though.
Yep.
Couldn't hit that any harder.
So first out, but Third Payne will say is I'll still take the out in the books, right?
Yep.
And now comes up the pitcher, Sam Starker.
Yep.
You can see Payne looking to deliver quick, right? He's ready to go almost instantly as he gets into the box.
Yes, he is. He's a fast tempo guy. I've seen him even in Medina. I saw him pitch earlier this week. He's gets it and goes,
Count 1-0. That's going to be on the corner for a strike. Count goes 1-1 right there.
You're facing a guy like this. His curveball is tough. Very tough to hit. You got to look.
And Starker's going to ground that right to the second baseman. He's going to come up, and there's a second out right there in the inning for West Seneca. Boy, if you're West Seneca, you want your pitcher to come out and answer very quickly, especially if your team does what they did in that last inning. Payne doing exactly that.
I read a book one time, and great pitcher, Roger Clemens always said, break their hearts early after your team scores. And he's going out and doing that right now.
Here, what could eventually have been one of the players of the year, I'll tell you, this year in high school baseball, Owen Silliman right now up to bat.
A lot of power here.
Power. He had, they said it was almost every game he put up an extra base hit.
That's impressive. And he's got that speed in the center field where he made that great catch coming in on Noah. And he's committed, I believe, to Albany, right? Did we mention
he
that
has
already?
Committed to Albany, absolutely. And that's a swing and a miss right there.
Yep.
Count is 2-1 on Silliman. Payne goes outside and high as the count goes 3-1.
I think Payne wanted that one to set up that great breaking ball we were just talking about.
And that's a swing and a miss right there. He challenges him right there to get the count to go full. Silliman had that swing like if he gets a hold of it, watch that ball go.
Yes,
and that's strike 3 right there.
Silliman
knew it too. Did you see that? He knew it.
Tried to sell it, but he knew it, yep. Full count breaking ball.
And that's, listen, he obviously has faith in that breaking ball, no doubt about it. Throws it on a 3-2 pitch. You know when your pitcher uses that off speed on a 3-2 pitch, they are absolutely confident in that pitch and know they can go ahead and deliver that one for a strike.
100% too. And that's a smart pitch by him. I don't know who called, either the catcher or the coach or Payne on that. You know, you got one of the better hitters in Western New York and no one on. You can make that pitch and not have to worry if it's ball 4 anyways.
Absolutely. You got the open base, right? You got the open base and not something that's going to go and hurt you. So no doubt great pitching performance that inning by Payne. You know, also, we were talking about his pace, Coach, right? And you talk about a pitcher that is a very fast-paced pitcher.
Yep.
Now, if I'm a player on the field, don't you think that's the kind of pitcher I normally want to play behind?
110%. Yes, yes. You don't want to put your fielders out there, especially in this heat, and you got to play 2 games like you said after this. You know, you want them in and out and relaxing on the bench, and that's what Payne just did a great job of.
So we're going to go right now to the top of the 4th inning, where we've got West Seneca leading the Dirtbags by a score of 4-2. This is a semifinal game, as we will broadcast all 3 games today. There will be another semifinal here next. We are waiting to find out who that is. We don't know who's won those games yet, as they were at other sites. So once we find that out, we will absolutely let everybody know. And now up to bat, taking the first pitch strike right there is Matt Cambria from City Honors, and we've talked about him a bunch already.
He's heading with his other teammate to Ithaca.
That's going to be ball 1 on the outside right there. Count goes 1-1.
What a great season he had, though, on the mound, everything offensively for City Honors.
And that's a swing and a miss, high strike right there. Count goes 1-2.
And when was their last championship? I believe it was in the Buffalo, right?
Yeah, it was a while. There's no doubt. And that pitch curveball down in the dirt right there. Count's going to go even at 2 right now.
It's great for the Buffalo Public Schools again. You had Alexander Johnson a couple years getting drafted ago, by the Reds. And
yep, Gator for McKinley.
Yep.
And that's going to be a strike 3 right there on Cambria for the first out right there of the inning. Now coming up to bat, representing Newfane, your right fielder, Tyler Odette. And Starker looking to come out and have his big inning after they hit him a little bit last inning. And that pitch goes up high for a ball.
And Tyler's going to Erie with his teammate over here, some of his teammates over here.
There's a couple guys over here that are going to Erie.
Yep. Be seeing them play.
In fact, I want to say is for a while there we saw 3, 4, 5 guys coming out of there that were that actually committed to Erie.
Yes, I think they have a couple guys.
And that pitch is a swing and a miss right there for a strike. Count goes 2-1.
Tyler loves to go the other way, so this is right up his.
Ooh. And that pitch goes in the outside corner, evens up at 2.
No, you're looking something away, and he loves to handle the bat going the other way, so.
Nice curveball, sat in there, waited on that one nicely. Fouls it off, though, down the first base line to keep the count even at 2.
It's a great job of hitting.
Yep.
Letting the ball get deep.
And that ball's going to be high. You just got a player from Newfane, if I'm correct, right? Just
No, I don't.
last year, didn't you get the one of their? Oh, and that ball's going to be popped up, out of play behind us.
No Newfane Panthers.
That ball's going to be foul right there. And the pitch, and that ball's going to be ground ball. Shortstop comes up, clean, over. Got him over at first on a tight one. Odette gets down the baseline quickly, but that's going to be the second out right there of the inning.
Good hard 90 and good throw, by Colbert over there. He's got a big arm, and he's also two-way. He's got a good arm, and that helped right there.
And now coming up, representing Roy Hart, your designated hitter, Thomas Russo.
And I believe Thomas pitched to get them here already, and he pitched a heck of a game this morning, right? I believe that's what I heard.
I don't know who pitched. I just got the final score. I literally was trying to get us set up for the broadcast.
Yes. Well, I got a text from someone that said he pitched Gem today.
Well, as I said, it was a 4-1 game against a very good Niagara Power team.
This young kid's got a bright future offensively and on the mound. I think we're going to see a lot of him in the Western New York talk in the next 2 years.
He already is in the talk. There's no doubt about it, right? And I agree with you, Coach, but we're going to absolutely be hearing his name more and more.
More and more.
And that pitch is in there for a strike where the count goes 3-1.
I think Roy Hart's going to be a team that we're going to talk about more and more next year. I think having Russo back, a healthy Gavin Boyle, and the high kid as well.
Yep. And that pitch is going to be ball 4, so the count now will bring up. So ball 4, Russo, I apologize, goes to first base. And now coming up to bat with a new count will be Hunter Nowak, your catcher from St. Francis. We had a team here called the Dynamites last year, which was predominantly a lot of Roy Hart Medina kids that came out of that. Mm-hmm. That program is the one that you're now seeing come up, that Roy Hart's going to be seeing those kids now at the high school level delivering this next year, and those are the names that you talked about right there.
Yeah, Medina's as one heck of a program. They should be back up there again and talk.
Year after year, Medina's led by top pitching. And again, you've got one of them right here out here doing it right now.
And you got the Fike kid coming back, Zach Fike, and you also got some good hitters back as well.
And think about it, they won a sectional title with them.
Yes.
With them this year. And that ball's going to be down low.
And you have the younger kid coming up, the Paul kid from Medina.
Yep. Who got some innings this year, too.
As a sophomore, I believe, right?
So you're talking about you're bringing back that entire pitching staff.
Yeah.
I like Joe Cicchini right there, too. Big hitter that will be in that was big in that lineup this past year behind Fry.
Yep. And he was in this tournament, I believe, right? Yes.
He was. He played for the Western New York Prospects.
Hound Brick, yep.
Count goes 3-0 right here. Starker delivers. That pitch is going to be a low strike right down. Count goes 3-1 on Nowak.
It's a good pitch. Good lead by the hitter. That's not what you want, something that down in the zone.
No, if you're going to get the green light in that better be belt high right there for a fastball.
100%. I got to protect.
And that ball's down in the dirt right there for ball 4. So the count, now we got runners on first and second. 2 outs. And you go to the top of the order where Noah Port's going to lead off.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to see right now the catcher come out and talk to his pitcher a little bit.
I think Sam's going to have to let the D work a little bit, make more hittable pitches. I think he's nibbling, falling behind, and we're seeing a lot of walks, and it's gotten him in trouble. You know, he's been trying to fight. Too many 3-count, 2-2 counts. Do you agree with me there, Tom?
Oh, no doubt about it. And you can't allow walks to your 9-10 batters or 8-9 batters at the same time, right?
No.
Because now you're getting the opportunity to get those strong hitters right now, the top of your lineup, into here.
Yes.
And especially as you just went walk. What normally happens to a pitcher when they go walk, they're going to put something right over that middle of the plate to get that strike, and that's when you see hits driving all over the place.
Someone's got to make a great play here defensively. Expect the ball to be hit. Let's hope we're prep stepping and moving in the infield.
And that pitch is going to be popped up right here, right over to the first baseman. Great job as Starker's going to get out of this with one pitch right there. So we're going to go to the bottom of the second right now, where West Seneca holds on to a 4-2 lead over the Dirtbags.
They needed a 0. Great job by Sam coming up with a 0 on the board,
Yeah, I think that's a great job. And, you got to also give credit to the catcher and third baseman. They come out and say, hey, come down here. No big deal.
Yes.
Right? Deliver the pitch. We're going to get you out of it. Throws a great pitch and gets out of it right after that.
Great talk by Rodriguez, to settle him down. You don't see that for young catchers a lot. Speaking of catchers, we got Coach Vogel catching right now, and he was a heck of a catcher in his day in the Buffalo Muni Leagues. We're going back a little bit, but I got a chance to throw with him when I was younger.
Very nice. I bet you got some good stories right there.
I accidentally broke his nose on something like this when he wasn't catching with a mask on. I was these guys' age, a little bit younger, a little bit older, 18, and got picked up in the Muni World Series, and I bounced a fastball like that.
We're talking about, you talk about catchers, especially the young ones. I'll tell you, there's a catcher I know we've talked about a lot, but I'll never forget watching him as a 7th grader out in a sectional championship go out and talk to his senior pitcher and calm him down. And he's been a leader ever since, and we're going to be talking about big time, as he was just being showcased this past weekend up in Niagara, is as Dalton Harper from Maryville.
Yes, and I think the Joe Mack and Charlie Mack influence and Matt Cross coming the last couple years. Those 3 guys coming in, and Western New York guys, and even Jonah Heim. It seems like Western New York's producing a hotbed of catchers, and then Dalton Harper's probably one of the next ones. And there's another good catcher coming out of Frontier soon.
Yep.
That we got.
Yeah, one at Niagara Wheatfield right now,
Michael
too.
Huff, yep. Seems like a lot of good guys behind the backstop for us.
So now John Simpson takes that first pitch just foul down the third baseline right there.
This is the best thing. John comes from Grand Island, and the home of the Vikings, what a beautiful complex they just built. And
I would say from a complex standpoint, a total complex, probably the nicest in Western New York right now.
They did it right, yes.
Yep, and that curveball's in there for a strike as the count's going to go 0-2 right there on Simpson.
And Simpson's had a good weekend, a couple home runs I saw when I was scouting this tournament before getting on the mic with you.
Big frame, too. You know what I mean? 6'2", 6'3" kid out there.
Ooh.
And that pitch, strike 3 right there in the outside corner for Payne as he gets the first out right there of the 4th inning.
Payne's got some life on that fastball right now.
Now up to bat, number 5, your first baseman, Mason Cisco, your Lancaster player.
I'm probably on this right now. I know he's on vacation, but he's always watching, is Matt Mazurek. He just committed to Canisius, my alma mater as well, and that's a nice piece of hitting by Cisco, jumping on the fastball early.
And Cisco, they know him in Orchard Park real well with that nice home run right there to advance to get to that sectional final.
They do. I was at that game with you. Yeah, he's over that right field fence, into the wind, I believe, too.
Oh, you knew the minute he hit it, too, that sucker was gone.
Yep. And that's what the Dirtbags have to do to get in this game, because if you get behind on this Payne with that curveball.
And that is going to be Matt Rodriguez right now up to bat. And he's going to foul out right now to the third baseman.
Another kid from Roy Hart that we forgot to mention, Mettler Jr., 2022, usually plays second at Roy Hart, just good athlete.
So now coming up to bat is number 19, Jesse Bobick. Jesse's an Iroquois player.
Got some good power here.
So count goes 1-0 right here, 2 outs. Payne delivers, and that pitch is going to be sent out to center field, though. Looks like he's underneath it, and there's going to be your third out right there of the inning. So we go to the top of the 5th, where West Seneca still leads 4-2 over the Western New York Dirtbags.
I'll tell you one thing. Western New York, the baseball's been the best I've seen the last 2-3 years coming up, and that's kudos to the high school coaches and these travel teams. But I also say Western New York travel teams, they have some of the best looking uniforms. We're talking the Dirtbags right now, and the prospects. Your organization's got some cool ones. I've seen some great uniforms, man. They're putting our college guys to shame. We got to put up our college game uniforms now.
You better find out who are all these guys doing the uniforms, huh?
Yeah.
But listen, no doubt it's been a very good season rolling from the high school season into what we've now seen for the travel season.
Yes.
And we're hearing more and more about some of these high school players playing on the national stage, and not only playing on the national stage, but now delivering on the national stage and getting that recognition for Western New York.
And like I said before, I think obviously basketball gets a lot of love in high school football, but Western New York sports fans, you got to come out and follow his podcast during our baseball season. There are a lot of great baseball players. I think there's more Western New York baseball players playing colleges and university than any other sport we have offered. You know, and they're always the last, I know, because of the way the seasons start. But Western New York needs to come out and see more and follow these guys because they're tremendous talents.
I always say the two sports that lead the way in Western New York are lacrosse and baseball.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, because lacrosse is absolutely a thing that we do very well putting at the top level. So I don't want to take anything from the lacrosse players either.
No.
But no doubt, you're talking about, when you look at summer sports, these are two of the sports that dominate into the college ranks players from D1 all the way to the JUCO level, but playing at the next level.
And you're seeing a lot of kids get drafted out of Western New York, which is awesome.
So now coming up to the bat is Matt Blair from Iroquois, and he's going to take a ball one.
Correction, it's Walsh.
Oh, I
from
apologize.
St. Francis. We don't want Coach Bartel getting mad at us.
I apologize. Ryan, my fault. This is Ryan Walsh, the second baseman at St. Francis. And he's going to foul that one off, for the count goes even at 1. Yeah, Bartel will get on my case. I know that.
Yes, he will. Yeah, great Western New York guy, though. Lets his field be used for summer tournaments and Legion and Triple ABA and all that. And that is a beautiful field.
I would say we've got two incredible grass fields in Western New York, and that is one of the two.
Yes.
And I would say that the other field that I would give it to in the grass field is the Orchard Park field.
Very nice, but we can't sleep on Dawson, the improvements they've made.
And again, I'm talking about, I apologize, from the high school level, right?
High school,
from the high school level. When you add another grass field, Dawson absolutely would be the third one that you would add into the mix, no doubt about it.
Yep. Yes. I love the turf, but I always say championship teams are made on grass. If we look, we're playing on grass on a championship weekend, and College World Series are played on grass.
Coming to the plate right now is Aidan Albano. We saw him. What a great piece of hitting to get 2 RBIs earlier in this game. Went opposite to right field, went with the pitch, and then went over to second base on a ball that he saw down in the dirt. Does a great job here. Probably one of the underrated players here in Western New York.
Yes, like we said, there's so much talent now, you know, and on his team, we're talking about Consiglia, and he was underrated, but he was a glue guy on this team and on, obviously, his high school team. He just gets it done, and he's a competitor.
So Starker's going to deliver the pitch, and that's going to be in the inside corner. Count's going to go 0-2.
I don't think he liked that pitch, but that's a good pitch to leave, though.
He's been calling it all day, and nobody has liked that pitch on the inside corner, I'll tell you. But he has been calling it a lot today.
Yes.
So we're seeing one of the semifinalists get here, as Smash Hit Sports has made it to the semifinals. I've seen them now coming around. Those will be one of the teams that we will see next game in the semifinals. Now, Albano pops that one up. Looks like to the that's going to fall in.
Could cost him because Steven swung a nice bat last time. Line drived it in the gap.
So now we're going to have runners on first and second right there with nobody out.
I think Axelson was under it, but good job by him. The outfielder called him off, and at the last second it dropped in.
And Ethan Stevens is going to come up. He had a big line drive himself.
In that 2-out rally.
Yep, in that inning too. And now you got runners on first and second. He's going to square around. It will be a ball right there.
Playing a little small ball, you know. Get an extra run in these late innings.
So right now, the Smash Hit Sports has defeated the Erie Steelheads in one of them. And Stevens is going to foul that one off, trying to bunt right there to make the count even at 1.
I've seen this Smash It team play a couple times. They got some good players out of Rochester. Very well travel organization up and coming.
And the other semifinal game or the other quarterfinal game to get here was the Syracuse Elite versus the Lancaster Cobras that we're waiting to see who that is going to be. Starker delivers that pitch high as the count's going to go 2-1 on Stevens. And that pitch is going to go outside. Count goes 3-1.
Pitcher here, you got taken out here. You can't give a free pass when they're trying to give you an out. You know, you got your first baseman crashing hard,
and look at where he's. I mean, he's standing as if he was literally almost running right in. And Stevens is going to foul that one off. They were letting him swing away. Count goes full.
I like the call by Mark. You know you're getting a fastball. We just talked about it. Let him bunt and gave him that green light. Let's see if he lets him try to bunt again, or does he let him swing away? Here, I think swing away.
And that pitch down low right there just misses. It's going to be ball 4 as we've got bases loaded right now. Nobody out. Coming up to the plate will be Matt Blair of Iroquois.
What are you thinking, Tom? You go everybody in or corners in?
Well, listen, you're down by 2 at this point, right? So you can't afford anything. I think you've got to bring everybody in.
I think you've got to, yes.
If it was flipped in West Seneca, I would bring corners in and stay back.
Oh, yes.
And that pitch is going to be, wow, high right there for ball 1. You can see Starker not liking some of these calls right here and constantly asking where these are.
I know he wants that call, but as a young kid, sometimes asking like that, you're not going to get that call.
That's when that zone squeezes up even more is what happens. And you're going to see Coach Axelson right now walk out to the mound to talk to his pitcher right here.
He did have Cambria up earlier, but no.
Yeah, we saw that. Down. So the question will be is whether he does make a move here, just try to settle in.
And we are right. He's going to the pen.
So we just found out that was exactly his 100th pitch, too.
Wow.
So he hit 100. So we are now going to see Cam Fuhrer come into the game. Another Iroquois pitcher right here.
Committed to Albany as well with his teammate that we just mentioned, Owen.
And I'll tell you, what you will see from him is Cam Gus got some gas. He can throw the ball, no doubt.
And you're seeing a lot of Albany, the Great Danes, taking 3 good players. They just signed another guy from Canisius, Mazzara kid, I believe, too.
And not only that, they had last year signed a bunch of players that came out of here, out of Will South, out of Frontier. We had a bunch of players that came through.
I think it's smart for Albany now that UB's gone and they're a state school and, you know, picking up some good talent in Western New York.
So Cam's going to come in right now with bases loaded and nobody out.
And a 2-0 count.
Yeah, and a 2-0 count on Blair.
Wow.
Tough spot to ask him, but I'll tell you, if you're going to give it to anybody, this is the kid. No doubt they'd give the ball to him and ask to be able to do this.
Correct.
But I'll tell you, look, this Dirtbags team is loaded with pitching when you look at it, right?
Yep.
I mean, you're talking about, we've already just talked about Starker who went, right? We already know that obviously Fuhrer can pitch. You got both Lynch brothers out here. You got Axelson on here. You got guys that can throw all over this lineup.
You got Colbert that we just mentioned too as a 2-way guy. And
so Fuhrer's going to deliver his first pitch, the pitch. And that ball's in there for a strike right now. Count goes 2-1.
It's a big pitch. You needed that one there.
And that ball down low. Count's going to go 3-1. No place to put Blair, as Blair's got to be looking right now for that fastball down the plate right now with the count 3-1. And there it is right there. Ooh. 3-2 right now the count. Count goes full. If you're trying to battle back right here. And the pitch. And that's a swing and a miss right now. Big strikeout right there for Fior.
And now you can move your middle guys back and try to turn 2, and corners still stay in. Big pitch.
And now coming up to the plate, Matt Cambria. We've talked about him a bunch. Going to Ithaca, representing City Honors here in this West Seneca team. Coming up right now, bases loaded, 1 out. Fior delivers, and that pitch is in there for a strike.
He's just challenging. Here it is. Come hit it.
He really is, and he's treating this as if nobody's on, right? Going into the windup, treating it as if he's just coming into the game to start the inning off. And that's a swing and a miss. Strike 2 right there.
I don't like that, but it's working for him because then these guys at first can get a bigger lead, and that's going to be tough for them to turn a double play.
And that ball, good spot, though. I like that with an 0-2 count right
Love
down
it.
there. Right, going out of the zone a little bit, try to get him to go. Count goes 1 and 2
Good
right here.
elevation on the fastball there.
And that pitch is going to go outside, especially when you talk about elevation eye level, right?
Yep.
That's something that the batter thinks they can see real well and will go after that pitch in a lot of cases.
Yes.
So Fior delivers. And that pitch is going to come back off the backstop right now. Foul ball. Count remains even at 2.
Yep. Thank you for Cambria. He's thrown nothing but fastballs. You got to stay back.
Fior gets set, delivers the pitch. And that's going to go outside. It looked like it was outside on that one. A little
Great
bit
job
low
by
outside.
Rodriguez trying to bring it back. Catcher.
So, and Fior's going to ask for a new ball right here. No place to put him right here. 3-2 count. West Seneca leading this right now, 4-2. Winner will go to the finals. We know Smash Hit Sports is one. We're waiting to find out who the other semifinalist is. And that ball's going to be fouled out of play right there.
Great at bat by Cambria.
Yeah, Cambria really doing a job of making sure that people can see the pitches, right? Making sure they see the pitcher and know what they're going to see when they come up.
Eighth pitch of the at bat right here.
And the pitch.
Oh, go, man.
And that's going to be ball 4. So it's ball 4 is all that it was. They're calling timeout.
Oh, yeah.
So
No one knew if it was a ball or
yeah,
strike.
that was what the questioning here is right now. But it was ball 4 right there.
I think it was a great pitch, though. I think
It really was.
everybody.
Yep.
Fooled me. That's why I said, oh, man, I'm sorry.
So we've got a 5-2 ball game right now. West Seneca leads 5-2.
Yep.
Bases loaded, 1 out still. Tyler Odette, the new Fane product, comes up. And the pitch goes outside for ball 1.
He's overthrown a little bit. That's why the glove's yanking away.
And that pitch goes high right there. Count goes 2-0. So you're telling your hitters, you're looking belt high fastball.
There it was.
I was
Can't
going to
miss
say, that ain't far off from what I'm looking to be able to stroke one right there. Maybe a little bit inside, but, boy, that's the pitch. 2-1 right now, the count. And that ball's going to be fouled right now.
2-2,
Back to us. So it looks like the Syracuse team is the team that's advanced right here.
Yes.
So it looks like the Syracuse team will be playing Smash It Sports. And that ball's going to go down low right now for a walk. That now gives West Seneca a 6-2 lead right here in the 5th inning.
Yes. Seneca got a lot of older guys, a lot of seniors, and Dirtbags are a lot of juniors. They just need to settle down. It looks like they're losing a little composure. Do you agree with me, Tom, on the mound? And
No doubt. I mean, and this is a tough spot to walk into, right, by Fior. You know, we knew he did warm up, but he hadn't thrown here in a little bit either, right?
Correct. Young guys, listen to that by Tom. That's great advice. When you're a pen guy, you never know when you're going to go in. And if you're loose, make sure you throw 1 every 3 pitches while you're warming up then, instead of just throwing over there. I think young guys have a hard time understanding that and sit down because they were loose.
So count goes 0-2 right now on Russo. And that's a swing and a miss. Strike 3 right there. Fiore gets right now the second out.
Looked a lot better there. Maybe, like you said, not warming up and starting to get warm again.
Yep. So now you still have bases loaded, and you've got Hunter Nowak, the catcher, coming up to the plate right now. And that pitch is going to go low and outside right now for ball 1. And that pitch is in there for a strike. He didn't call that one right away, as you saw.
Nope, hesitating.
So we got a 1-1 count. And that ball's going to go high, 2-1. No place to put him. 2 right now runs scored on walks. And the pitch. Down low in the dirt. Count goes 3-1. The Western New York Dirtbags is the number 1 seed in the tournament. Right now, the 5 seed is the West Seneca team trying to advance. And that pitch is in there for a strike as the count's going to go full right here.
If you're Nowak here, you're looking something middle in only.
3-2, runners take off. Swing and a miss right now. He's just going to step on home plate. And right there, you got it. Now we go to the bottom of the 5th with West Seneca now leading 6-2. We're going to take right now a quick break, and we'll be back here in a moment. All right, we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th right here as the West Seneca Warriors lead this one 6-2. Now coming up to the plate for the Dirtbags is number 13, Braden Axelson.
If you're Dirtbags right now, you're just trying to get a run on the board. You know, we got to think station to station.
Payne delivers the first pitch in there for a strike. Axelson, your second baseman today. Payne delivers, and that pitch is going to be outside right now, 1-1. When we did some games last year, Axelson came up big in a walk-off hit, if you remember last year.
Yes, he did.
So there's balls in there for a strike, curveball and a strike. Payne looking good, delivering quick right now. And that curve in there, look at that one. It's strike 3 right there. Payne that curveball looks like it's on target today.
And like we said, he worked fast, got his defense up the hit, and they provided some runs, and he looks very comfortable right now with this lead.
Right now, Tommy Lynch, you've seen him, comes up big for Canisius for the Monsignor Martin Championship. Another pitcher on the mound for the Dirtbags. And Lynch is actually playing left field today. First pitch is going to be outside, ball 1. And that pitch is in there for a strike. Count evens up at 1. And that ball's going to go foul and out of play. You know, for those of you that have been in the travel ranks for years, actually the Lynch brothers came up in the West Seneca Warriors organization, was part of them for years. Actually played with Coach Vanderlip out of the West Seneca organization for years.
Wow, I did not know that.
And that ball's going to go foul out of play, it looks like, just over the fence down the first base line. I see it looks like right now the bullpen going again right now for the Dirtbags.
And if you're Lynch, you got to look fastball and adjust to that great curveball that might come. There it was.
That ball's down low in the dirt. The count's going to go even at 2.
I believe that is Owen warming up.
Owen Silliman.
Yes, it is. I believe so.
Payne delivers, and that
Oh,
pitch
man.
stroked right up the middle. Lynch with a base hit right now out to center field. And that gets the Dirtbags up a little bit right now. Now coming up to the plate is going to be John Watson, your right fielder. He's out of Alden.
Xander, nothing changes. Get right back on the mound. Get to strike 1. That one was a little up. Oh.
And that pitch, Nowak's going to throw. It's going to go on to right field. So Lynch is going to advance to second base right now. So we've got a runner on second, 1 out. Count is 2-0 right now. And if I'm correct, Alden had a big upset in the sectionals where they went down to Dunkirk and upset Dunkirk in the first round.
I believe so, yes.
That pitch goes high. Count's going to go 3-0 as Watson holds up that swing.
And Alden's had some great players come through the ranks. You had the Hopsha kid and then Berzakowski that played for us. So I'm outdating myself a while, but
Ooh, that pitch is in there for a strike. Count goes 3-1.
got drafted by the Braves.
And also, if you remember, didn't Benarski go to Alden first?
He did.
Right? And then went finished at Lancaster?
Yes, he did.
And that ball down in the dirt. It's going to get by. It's going to be ball 4. So the Lynch advances to third. Watson takes off, though. Very aggressive down the first baseline. So you've now got runners on first and third, 1 out. Now the top of the order comes back up. And you've got Blaze Colbert right now coming up to the plate.
And he had a good piece last time, so this should be a good battle. Good arm, good hitter.
Remember, very similar to what happened with West Seneca when they did it. Remember the 8-9 batters got on that we talked about. Bottom of the lineup gets on here. Now you get to the top.
Good pitch. After losing a little command and you can drop a curveball like that, that's impressive.
So Payne gets set. That's a high one right now. Gets a little bit away from him on that one. Count goes even at 1.
He's got that curveball working. It looks like when my daughter spills apple juice off my table, this falls right to the floor.
Payne gets set, delivers. And that one's inside right now for a ball as the count's going to go 2-1.
And it looks like the Warriors are getting their pen up and active.
Lubecki right now going out there, the West Seneca West product. And that's going to be a foul ball right now. Count evens up at 2.
See if they move the runner a little bit.
Oh, and that's a nice piece of out to those
Again,
right
at
to the
him.
left fielder.
Can't even tag on it. That's how hard the ball was hit. 2 free screens and ropes. There's nothing you can do. Matt Blair's got playing him perfectly.
I mean, he hit him direct. That's one of those.
Twice.
You just shake your head, right? You did everything you were supposed to do. You done everything right on that, and it's just not falling in. And you got to hope those next couple of bats you get, a couple of those bloops start falling in for you because you're due after hits like that.
Yep.
So right now, the pitcher, the pitcher who led this game off, Sam Starker, right now the swing and a miss.
Good elevation fastball there.
That pitch is going to be a ball down low. Count evens up at 1.
Two out hitting. They need it here.
Down in the dirt
Great
right
block.
there.
Great block by the catcher, Nowak there, saving a run. If you're a pitcher and he doesn't give up a run, you got to pick up that catcher first thing after this inning.
Folks, bear with me. I see that our camera just went down, so bear with me, and I'm going to let Coach Klinger-Smith take it from here.
Okay, we got 3-1 count. Pitch is in, fouled off. We got full count. Runner at first should be moving when Payne delivers. Full count right here, 2 outs. Pitch is in, foul ball. Yeah, and the runner will go back to first on the foul ball. Full count again. 2 outs here. Runner will be moving again. Pitch is in. Strike 3, look in. Great pitch by Payne, right down the middle. Big pitch when you need it.
So, folks, we've lost our camera. We're going to stay here and just kind of do some
play-by-play.
Yeah, some play-by-play for you right now. We apologize. What's happened is our camera, which was out in the sun, has gotten too hot right now. We've got to let it cool down. It's shut down on its own.
It is a hot day. End of summer.
So it looks like we got a new pitcher, right?
We definitely do.
And our new pitcher right now
We got 33
is
on the
Owen
mound.
Silliman,
And, yep.
is who's coming in to pitch, who we did see warming up. So we're going to go right now, top of the 6th inning, with West Seneca leading 6-2.
I'll take over as Tom's getting the camera going again so we can get some action. Leading off is this inning for the Warriors, Noah Port. We talked about him out of Will North.
So we're top of the 6th right now. 6-2 West Seneca.
Nope.
No report fouls that one back.
I like Noah how he crowds the play, makes him. He takes away the head, inner part of that plate.
That pitch is going to be down low as the count's going to go even at 1.
Ground ball chopped into the ground. Oh, man. Right through the wickets, as they say in hockey.
Yeah, tough. Didn't get the glove down on that one. Yeah, so you're going to have a runner on first right now.
Yep.
And coming up to bat right now, Ryan Walsh. St. Francis, he's been big in this game, both defensively and offensively. That pitch is inside right there.
Owen really wants to establish that inner part of the plate.
Well, if you remember what we talked about, that's the strike that these pitchers have been getting today.
3-0 now.
He got hit right there.
Yep.
And at first I thought he was going to pull himself out of the game. I didn't realize the ball had gone all the way down to first baseline, right? He was just walking over like, wait a second, I had enough, it looked like. But no, I apologize. He was going to actually get the baseball.
Yeah.
And now up to bat, Aidan Albano, St. Francis. Again, we've talked about him. Big game he's had today. And he's going to bunt right down.
Oh.
Look at this, and he's going to get on with a hit right there as it just gets by Silliman.
Bases loaded, no outs here, fans.
And now comes up to the plate, Ethan Stevens, big hitter from Lockport.
Yep.
Nobody out right now.
You're hoping for a pitcher's best friend, ground ball double play, or a strikeout here. You need something if you're these Warriors. Good pitch.
Ball's in there for a strike.
Not expecting that. Bases loaded, first pitch curveball. No outs.
And ball 1, count evens up at 1. I'm going to tell you, somebody throws that curveball in there for that first pitch strike, you tip the cap, right? I'm not looking to drive a great curveball as my first swing. Count goes 2-1 right there. That ball's going to get fouled backwards right here. Count goes even at 2. West Seneca looking to tack on more right here. They've got bases loaded, nobody out. Ethan Stevens up. The pitch. And that's a swing and a miss right there. Big pitch by Silliman.
Very big pitch. You needed that.
So 1 out. Now coming up to the plate, representing Iroquois, Matt Blair, your left fielder. And that pitch is going to be fouled out of play.
In the cheap seats, they say. Squeeze.
That's going to be bunted up high. A little collision over at third.
Loaded.
We had a little collision over at third base. It looked like Bobick and Port collided with each other, but they were all good, right? They're slapping it off. Love that. Love the sportsmanship right there.
Yes. Caught me off guard, the squeeze there. Bases loaded with 1 out.
So Blair's going to get set 0-2 the count. And that pitch is going to be fouled out of play again.
I did see earlier this tournament, though. I know the Warriors love the small ball, as they tried twice already, and then with the squeeze. And they squeezed a game-winning run against the Western New York Prospects to start the tournament, I think. And extras to win the game.
And that pitch is going to be a ground ball. Oh, what a hop. That takes a bad hop over Axelson's shoulder right there. And there's going to be 2 more runs right there for West Seneca. So you've got runners on first and third right here with 1 out. And now coming up to bat will be Matt Cambria representing City Honors.
Yep. They've done their job. You know, Owen's done his job. He got 2 ground balls, and fortunately,
that one I'm going to say is you can't say that's going to be on most people, right?
Nope. You're trying, to get ground balls.
That's what you say to your players all the time, right, Coach? Put the ball in the play, let something happen. That's exactly what the West Seneca did. Put the ball in the play, and something happened. I mean, there are lips all over the field, and it could hit any one of these lips and take a hop, and that's exactly what it did on that one.
And the fields are a little dry, too, without, we need some rain.
This is going to be a bunt right here.
Just squeeze a run in.
So Cambria gets that one down to get Albano home for the 9th run right there. So it's 9-2, 2 outs, runner on second, and right now Tyler Odette from Newfane comes up to the plate. And down low, Silliman delivers the first pitch ball right there. And that's in there for a strike count. Evens up at 1. We're in the top of the 6th right now. West Seneca now leads 9-2, the 5 seed over the 1 seed right now. And that pitch is going to be low and outside for ball. Count goes 2-1. And that pitch is inside, 3-1 the count. And that pitch is ball 4. So we've now got runners on first and second, 2 outs. Now coming up to the plate, representing Roy Hart, Thomas Russo. We talked about him, great pitching outing in the last game. As you've seen now, 2 great outings here for West Seneca. Russo and then Payne backs it up right after Russo, trying to get them to the finals.
On championship weekends, great pitching beats good hitting. I'm still a firm believer in that, Tom. I don't know if you are.
Oh, listen, what do they always say? Defense wins championships, right? And pitching is a part of that defense. There's no doubt about it.
110%.
That ball's going to be down low. Count even up at 1 on Russo. And that pitch goes high and inside right now. Russo gets out of the way. Count goes 2-1 on him. And that pitch is outside. Count goes 3-1. Russo trying to get on to load the bases again.
For a young guy like Owen, lost a little bit of command, settled down, make a pitch here, let him hit it.
That's going to be ball 4 high right there. So we now got bases loaded, and coming up is the catcher from St. Francis, Hunter Nowak. And it looks like we're going to see a mound visit and also the bullpen get going. And it looks like Ryan Lynch is going out to warm up from Canisius. He looks like he's slowly getting ready to start warm up himself out there. And now you got to start to worry about if you're the Dirtbags, right? There's some sort of 10-run rule that comes into play, right? You're sitting at 7, but there's bases loaded. And the gapper right here could end that.
Yes. I don't think that he's probably telling him, but I think right now he's trying to settle his young pitcher down and hopefully get him to compete around the zone. And I hate the word just let him hit it, but, he's got to win a pitch here. That's what I say. You got to win one pitch here.
Yep, one pitch at a time, right? You're not going to get this all in one at bat. It's one pitch and go from there.
Yep, and I think that's what the Dirtbags are probably telling them. Their mound visits have seemed to work. Settle their young guys down.
And that pitch right now is going to go foul and out of play by Nowak. So we apologize about our camera right now. Right now our camera's got to sit on the fence. The sun is beating on the fence right now. Our camera was too hot. It overheated on us, so that's the reason why it's down right now.
We're at a 1-1 count right now with bases loaded and 2 outs and Nowak at the plate.
Oh, that's going to get by. We're going to see another run right here. So runners will advance to second and third. 2 outs still. We're in the top of the 6th inning right now. So actually, no matter what, even at Gapper, we're talking about that, is they still got to get out of the inning because the Dirtbags would get a chance to still bat.
I think they're the higher seeds. So
they are. They are the number 1 seed in the tournament. The 5 seed being the West Seneca Warriors. That pitch is outside right now. Count goes 2-1. 3-1, I apologize. And that pitch is fouled back off the fence. Count's going to go full right here. And the pitch. And Nowak puts it into play. Goes off the third baseman's glove right here. And that's going to be a hit. So the runners don't advance as Bobick keeps the ball on the infield right there. Right? So we've got bases loaded again right here. 2 outs with no apport up to the plate. And now you get back to that top of the order that we talked about again. Silliman delivers. That's in there for a strike right there. Another one. Strike 2 right there. Two
Great
good pitches.
They're down at the knees. Just painting. As an old saying, you want to build a house down there.
And a pitch that's inside right now. Count goes 1-2.
I believe Noah started this inning off, so I believe they batted around the order this inning.
And that pitch gets put into play. Foul ball, though, they say, just inside the bag right there.
Nice block by Rodriguez there. Ball in the dirt.
Count even at 2 right now. Down in the dirt again. Count goes full. Port battles back right. 0-2.
Runners will be moving, and
everything happened on this pitch.
we got action all the way around on this pitch.
And the runners will be moving, and what that does for everyone that realizes that isn't the big baseball person, it makes it so there has to be only a play at first base. And look at this, right down, a great piece of hitting right there. 1 run, 2 runs. And that's a great opposite field hit right there. We talked about that with Albano earlier. Port now does it right here also. Great piece of hitting. Now we've got ourselves a 12-2 ball game in favor of West Seneca. They still got runners on first and third, still 2 outs, and it looks like we're going to have a pitching change right here. that it looks like we're going to see Ryan Lynch come into the game. So you can kind of see is that this is kind of what you talked about earlier, Coach, when you hit some of these tournaments where what happens is you just start to run out of pitching, right? You're just starting to piecemeal pitching at this point.
Yes.
Or you're trying to ask a pitcher that may have already thrown, like, can you get me an inning or can you get me at least out of this inning right here, just to be able to, so we can kind of move on.
Sunday baseball, tournament. We're asking guys to bulldog. Tony Russo called Earl Hershiser that a long time ago.
And he was a famous one. He really was for it. So, like I said, 12-2 ball game we've got here.
Yeah.
Ryan Lynch is into pitch right here.
I'll tell you what, what I would like to see in tournaments, I scout a lot and you cover a lot, is a little bit of pitch count in these tournaments for these reasons, for these young guys, because a lot of pitchers are not going to let their team down, and parents at home and pitchers at home, make sure, you're not overdoing it and hurting your arm.
Up to bat right now, Ryan Walsh from St. Francis, the second baseman. Lynch delivers the first pitch, and that's in there for a called strike. First and third, 2 outs. Walsh up. Lynch now in on the mound. Gets set, delivers. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Kind of defensive indifference. Sorry, it is defense indifference on that one as he takes off to second, no apport. So now second and third, count goes 0-2. Fouled that one off right now as the count remains 0-2.
I think that was just a smart job by Rodriguez. Noah has some great wheels. I think he was 90% there before the pitch crossed the plate. Didn't want to make that throw and give him another run.
So Walsh gets set, delivers. And that pitch goes opposite field. And the right fielder's going to make that catch right there. Great job running that one down as we're now going to go to the bottom of the 6th inning with West Seneca leading 12-2 right now over the Dirtbags. So the number 5 seed looking to advance on to the championship right here. So, and to extend the game, because we're in the bottom of the 6th, I think that they're going to need to score a run right here.
Yes.
You still got right now, Payne is still in there pitching for West Seneca. He's looking to finish this one out. I think for the Syracuse team, we're going to see a couple of local guys still playing on the Syracuse team here.
It looks like they picked up some guys.
Yep. So again, we apologize. We know that there's not a camera up right now. You guys still picture that's in front of you. Our camera did get too hot in the sun. So we are now going to go to the bottom of the 6th inning with West Seneca leading 12-2 over the Dirtbags. Coming up to bat will be Owen Silliman. And Xander Payne still on the mound for West Seneca. The first pitch. And that's a foul. Went off everybody on that one. It looked like it got a piece of the catcher and blew and went right over the fence for a first pitch foul strike.
And
that ball's going to be high right there. It was a curve ball in, went a little bit high.
Yep. I know our camera's down, but Xander's thrown first pitch, strike. a lot, and that's the big thing is getting ahead, strike one. So if you're a young guy, listen to this. Get ahead early and often.
And that's a strike right there. Count goes 1-2. Another curveball right there. His third one in a row.
Yep.
Count goes 2-2. And that's a swing and a miss. Strike three. Payne first out right now. That's what you want. You got to love when your pitcher comes and answers like that, especially when he's done it now multiple times in this game. Now up to bat, number 3, John Simpson from Grand Island. Payne gets set, delivers. That's a swing foul.
And again, first pitch strike. Payne's throwing a ton of first pitch strikes.
That's a swing and a miss right there, strike 2. I'm expecting to see that curveball that we've seen right here. No. Just misses right there.
I think the hitter thought it was strike 3, but just a little off.
And that's a swing put into play. Just foul. Albano underneath it over at first base, and he's going to make that out. Second out of the inning. Now coming up to bat, number 5, Mason Cisco from Lancaster.
Committed to Canisius College. He had a nice at-bat last time and ripped one in the gap. Let's hope he can extend this this inning for the Dirtbags, keep them going.
Payne gets set, delivers. That ball's down low in the dirt, ball 1. And that swing goes to the second baseman. That looks like it's going to be the third out right there, and I think that's the game. So the number 5 seed West Seneca Warriors has defeated the number 1 seed, the Western New York Dirtbags, as West Seneca goes off to their own championship game. Any final words, Coach?
Like I said, it's doing the little things right, and the Warriors did a great job with that. They didn't make any errors. They laid down some quality bunts when they needed to put a couple big runs on, and they had a lot of great 2-out hitting. And anytime you get great pitching like the Payne kid just did, that's going to be tough for any team to hit. That's an electric arm in Western New York right now.
Yep, no doubt about it. And it shows exactly why Medina is so good and why Medina will be off to another possible sectional championship next year.
Yeah, I think a lot of pressure is going to be on Coach Goyette this year.
There always is. We'll make sure that he's got it too. But no doubt. Listen, so I'm Tom Prince. I'm joined by Matt Klinger-Smith. I want to say thank you for joining us on the Western New York Athletics, where the West Seneca Warriors have won 12-2 over the Western New York Dirtbags.